Okay, this recording is for those students who want some extra explanation on the partial dividends model of division, which is kind of the new way to do division. And so we're going to start by kind of talking about the traditional algorithm for division. In this problem, 6 goes into 192, and talking about how there is very little place value held in this algorithm. This algorithm was developed by mathematicians for people that have a really strong understanding in base 10 place value system. And in this system, we actually don't ever talk about how many times 6 goes into 192. We break it apart and we say, how many times does 6 go into 1? Not 100, but 1. And usually we say 0, and we might write a 0 up here, or we might leave it blank, one way or the other. And then we say, not anything about 6 going into 190, but we say, how many times does 6 go into 19? There really is not a 19 in this number, but that's the way we talk about it because it's such a shortcut algorithm. So how many times does 6 go into 19? It goes in 3 times. 3 times 6 is 18. Again, we're not talking about 180, we're talking about 18. 19 minus 18 is 1. You bring down your 2 and you say, how many times does 6 go into 12? And it goes in twice. So again, in this traditional algorithm, you're breaking apart place values and you're not ever talking about real place value. In the partial, sorry, I said partial dividends, I meant partial quotient. In the partial quotient method, you're looking at the whole number of 192. And you're saying, how many times does 6 go into 192? Now in this algorithm, we actually draw a big long line down the side, so it looks a little bit different. And we break it apart and we think about how many 6's go into the whole thing of 192. And we can take out any size chunks that we want. We could say we want to take out 1 6. But you're looking for big chunks, and so probably a normal chunk to take out of 190, you might think to yourself, well, I know that 6 times 10, because 10 is a nice easy number, is 60. Okay, so I know I can take out a chunk of 10. So a chunk of 10 would be, 6 times 10 would be 60, so I could take out a chunk of 60 here. I'm going to subtract 60 from the entire 192, and I'm going to get, bring down my 2, bring down my 3, I still have 132. Now I might say here, oh, I took out 10, that was 60. I could take out 20 this time, okay? Because 20 would be 120. So again, 26's, just like I know 2 times 6 is 12, I know 20 times 6 is 120. And so I can subtract that chunk away now. Again, we're taking out whatever size chunks we want. We could have taken out another chunk of 10 and then another chunk of 10. We kind of do it in whatever chunks make sense to us. So I took out a chunk of 20 and now I only have 12 left. So I say how many 6's go into 12, and that's 2. And in this particular problem, I have no leftovers. And so I add up this side to figure out what my total is. 10 plus 20 is 30, plus 2 is 32. So I write my 32 up here. My answer is 32. Now a kid who is a little more advanced is going to start taking out the largest